What up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name's Jake and I'm a GM. So this is the start of my YouTube channel, which I have never done any sort of YouTube content before. This is the first time I'm doing a video. So I'm still getting used to being on camera and learning all the ins and outs of that. But what I want to do with this channel is I want to talk about everything Pathfinder TTRPG. I just started GMing Pathfinder 2nd edition about 9 months ago, and before that, I went on like a 10-year hiatus from all TTRPGs, which was a long time. It was a really long time. Life happened. Some things, just life happened, and I was unable to indulge in this passion of mine. But just recently, I got back into it. I'm running a home game right now with a family member and some friends, and we're all brand new to the system, and so we're all learning together. I do have experience with GMing Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder 1st edition. So just a little bit of history. I got started playing like Dungeons and Dragons first back in 2010. 2010, I picked up D&D 4th edition. So 4th edition was my first foray into playing Dungeons and Dragons. And I loved it. It was fun, dude. I really enjoyed 4th edition. I didn't know any other system, and I got deep into it. I started like homebrewing my own city, and then I was like dabbling in world building around that. I started a campaign in the city that I had homebrewed, and it was really fun. I was DMing that game with a group of about 4 or 5 friends. And during that time, me and my friends, we had a lot of free time. So we all had our own games. We were each DMing and GMing our own games, and then we were all playing in each other's games. And during that time that I was running my 4th edition game, one of my other buddies, he had a D&D 3.5 campaign going. He was running the adventure path, the Shackled City, and they invited me to play in that game. So I'd never played in 3.5 before, and it was like a whole new system for me to learn. And so I started looking through the books, coming up with some character ideas, and my best idea at the time, my first character in 3.5, I made a multi-class character because I really liked the idea of multi-classing. There wasn't really that much of that in 4th edition, or it wasn't the same in 4th edition. And so I chose to be a war mage, barbarian, multi-class character. Needless to say, that character didn't last very long, not the best combination of classes, but I really started to enjoy the 3.5 system, and the more that I read about it, the more I started liking it more than 4th edition. Just the like grittiness to it, and it just felt real, more real than the 4th edition did. I don't know how to explain it. I might kind of go deeper into that in another video. But it just felt more real, more grounded in like reality, even though, there's magic and stuff, but the magic, the spells, just the way it was, it just felt good. And so I ended up converting my 4th edition homebrew from 4th edition to 3.5 because I loved it so much. And we were all running our games, having fun. I was running my campaign. We were doing the Shackled City campaign. I also started GMing the Savage Tide adventure path, which that was really cool. So I really like adventure paths, especially Paizo written adventure paths. Like I really enjoy reading them and playing in them. And so we were all playing, having a good time in 3.5. And around like 2011 or somewhere around there, one of my buddies shows up, and he's got the new to us, the Pathfinder First Edition core rulebook. And he was like, "Have you guys ever seen this before?" And we were like, "No, what is this?" And we all start like flipping through it, reading it, and we're like, "Dude, this is awesome." And so we all loved it. We absolutely loved it. And so we all converted all of our 3.5 campaigns and everything to Pathfinder at that time, which was pretty easy. At the time, 3.5 and first edition are pretty like backwards compatible. So it was a pretty easy transition into Pathfinder first edition. And so we actually started the whole Shackled City campaign over from first level with brand new first edition characters. And then we ran that whole campaign from start to end in Pathfinder first edition. I didn't start over the Savage Tide one. We just converted the characters that were already in there and kept going from where we were. We didn't finish the Savage Tide adventure path. We were pretty far into it. We had like gotten into the abyss, and we were like taking out Demogorgon's like right-hand men and like weakening his forces and stuff. And we also, my buddy picked up the Skull and Shackles like pirate AP from Paizo, and we ran that first level through, I think 17th level, like all the way through all 6 books. That was really fun. And then I also started GMing Rise of the Rune Lords, and we were able to get up to the 3rd chapter, like the Hook Mountain Massacre. And then our schedules changed, people moved away, and the whole group we weren't able to play anymore. And at that time, the dice went silent. I started working, doing other things in my life, wasn't really in a position to be playing tabletop RPGs. And I went on a hiatus for 10 years. I didn't play anything. I didn't pay attention to anything. Like I had no idea any news of what was going on, adventure paths coming out, anything like that. I was completely like cut off from all of that. I wasn't paying attention. And so during that time, I stopped playing in like 2014. And so during that time, Pathfinder 2nd Edition was released, and I had no idea about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. And so come to about a year ago, I was like, I'm gonna start looking into this again. So I started looking stuff up, and I was like, what is Pathfinder 2nd Edition? What is this? And luckily, like right at the time that I started looking into it was the remaster, Pathfinder 2nd Edition remaster, had like just came out, and so luckily I didn't like invest into the legacy Pathfinder 2nd Edition stuff. I was able to jump in right when the remaster was coming out, and so yeah, I started a home campaign with some brand new players, like my sister, who's completely brand new to TTRPGs, never played anything before in her life, and then I got 2 other players, one who has some pretty good experience with Pathfinder First Edition, but also brand new to second edition, and then another guy, he has a little bit of experience with some fifth edition D&D stuff, but not a lot, and so also brand new to Pathfinder second edition. And so what I want to do with this channel is, like, I'm still learning Pathfinder second edition. I love GMing games. I love the Paizo adventure paths, and so I just want to document, like, my journey with learning to GM this new system, and like things that I learn along the way, you know, learning from you guys, you know, starting a community, learning from you guys, tips and tricks, things that we can do together and learn together. I also want to be able to come up with, like, ways to help new players learn Pathfinder, because as we all know, Pathfinder is very rules heavy. Second edition isn't as rules heavy as I think first edition was, but it still has a lot of rules, and so I do like to come up with ways that I can help my new players at the table have a fun time, and not be, like, bogged down by all these rules, right? And so I want to make some videos, you know, talking about those things that I think will help new players, and also, you know, I also want to do some, like, AP adventure path, like, reviews, look at the new stuff that's coming out, maybe look at some old adventure paths, like the first edition adventure paths, look at maybe some, like, conversions, because I absolutely love the first edition adventure paths. There's something about them that just hits that right spot for me, you know, and so that's what I want to do with this channel, man. If you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you'd want to see, what you'd want me to go over. Let me know in the comments, and also let me know if you've had any experience with those old school adventure paths, you know, like the Shackled City and Savage Tide. I definitely want to talk more about those adventure paths and the impact that those had on me as a beginning GM. So I appreciate everyone. If you've watched all the way to the end of this video this far, I appreciate you. Thank you. There's more videos to come. This is just kind of like an introductory video on who I am and what I kind of want to do with this channel. So hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you want more of this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.